Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone. Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners, everybody here. I'm often accused of exaggerating the dysfunction here at City Hall, albeit generally by those who participate in the bungling themselves. To clarify, I thought I'd recount the events of the last 2 weeks alone and let people in here judge for themselves. The biggest event was last Monday's decision to spend $17 million, which we have to borrow, on Bobby Jones Golf Course, creating a 36-hole complex, of which 9 were added in case we close 9 for maintenance. You know, quite why we closed 9 holes that we just spent $17 million on, I can't imagine. The suggestion for the extra 9 holes was made by the current manager of the facility, whose tenure as manager has coincided with the steep decline in the complex. So I'm not sure I'll be listening to her either. The choice was also made in part because the Vice Mayor believes the losses will be the lowest in this configuration, notwithstanding, per the city manager, that they might be 10 to 40% higher. In any event, the fact remains, if the project goes ahead on these terms, we need to double play at virtually double the average rate per round for it to only cost $17 million plus interest, plus operating losses over 15 years of at least another $8 million. During this same period, the first reading of the budget passed without a single dollar item being challenged in a budget of nearly $250 million. Not one. This should be a matter of acute embarrassment for those of you that merely agreed to, or meekly rather, agreed to every item. But that's because I think the commissioners are supposed to be in charge, not the staff, which clearly 3 of you don't agree with. We have several stores closing on Palm Avenue and Main Street, while our parking manager, Mark Lyons, proclaims his parking meters a success, despite the fact that they're behind budget already, almost as much as the retailers are on lost sales. All of you have stayed silent on the meters' impact so far, despite desperate pleas from local retailers. Shockingly, we had our police chief saying to the media that she knew nothing about a confidential informant having his bond terms adjusted to allow him to consume alcohol, who then killed one and maimed another while driving drunk. Her quoted excuse for being in the dark was that she just got back from vacation. One might hope that our chief of police would know more than the Herald Tribune, but apparently the chief's vacation is more important to her than her supposed vocation. Finally, in the last 2 weeks, I've sent these pictures of vagrants in various positions of repose to all of you, asking what is going to be done to stem this crisis. But needless to say, I've heard nothing. This isn't a list of a year, it's of 2 weeks. So I submit to you that it's no exaggeration to say the Commission is in crisis. I'm aware that most of you aren't listening and don't care what I think. But in just over 13 months, 3 of you who don't care will be made to care by the electorate. Thank you.